Hello and welcome to Sean JCW Gaming. This is episode 2 of our Dark Souls playthrough. You might notice I have slightly less souls than when I ended the last episode. That is because I tried to record episode 2 and unfortunately Fraps didn't record properly. And then I had to go through the whole tutorial and start again. But because I'd made too much progress for me to go back from there. But anyway, I know how to sort that situation if ever occurs again, so no biggie. We're just back, and as I said last time, we are going to talk to that man over there, and we're going to find out where we've to go in the next part of our journey.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Okay, so that guy is a bit mean. Not the nicest of NPCs. But then again, none of the NPCs are really that nice. Anyway, he gave us, it was a bit vague and didn't really help too much, but he did give us a bit of advice. He said there are 2 bells of awakening, not just one. One is way up high in Undead Burg Church, and one is way down below in Blight Town. So, that's all we've got. Not much, as he said, but it's not going to stop us. We're going to find out where we need to go. We're starting this game for the first time. That's just, like, that's not enough. Like, because you just go in any old direction and hope for the best, and often you'll find yourself in a place that is just too difficult to deal with. Which, you know, maybe you'll, I feel the game should have slightly more direction, but then again, it's sort of more realistic and fair, because, like, if you were a hero coming to this land for the first time, you would be completely on your own. There would be no one to spoon feed you. You would have to find out where to go yourself. So it's fair enough. So I'm actually going to come up here. This is not the way I'm supposed to go right now. I'm just, I need to go and get some loot. So if I just come through this area, because there's a few items here that can be really helpful, just kind of as starting items. One of which is in this chest. Got some homeward bones in here. They just teleport you back to a bonfire. So it's just convenience. Like if you defeated a boss and the bonfire's quite far away, it's just like, I don't want to walk all the way back there, just teleport back with a homeward bone. The items in that chest I will probably never use. One's for, the talisman is used to cast miracles and stuff, and the mace is just not a weapon I would use. And then those were cracked red eye orbs. They are used to invade other people's worlds. Now that can be really fun. I'll talk more about that later, but I want to join the Covenant that can give you unlimited invasions before I start going and doing that, but we'll definitely do that at some point. The series continues for that long. Now I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to do something which is ill-advised. These enemies are far too tough for me to deal with, but I'm not planning on dealing with them. I'm just planning on running through this area, picking up all the items, and then running back out again before anyone even notices I've been here. Well, they will notice I've been here, but like before I get killed. Oops, I didn't mean to roll there. Now the problem is stuff like that. There's a very big guy there who seems very unhappy and wants to kill me. Oh gosh! Oh, there's stuff very close behind me. I don't like how close this is. Oh gosh. Okay, we're still alive. Fortunately. But I'm gonna have like an army of skeletons following behind me. Which is not good. I'll come and get that item later. That one's not so important. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what I picked up. I just wanted to do this because something died. I must have fallen off a cliff or something. And they will keep following me, but fortunately if I rest at a bonfire it resets everything, so I won't have to worry about them for too much longer. Are they still following me? Yep. They're still there. Okay. Well, we're nearly at the bonfire, so it's fine. And then we can actually get on with some storyline. So rest up. There's a man there swinging his sword. That's actually another player in the game. It's one of the cool things I like about Dark Souls. You can see other people. See other people's games, sorry. Let there be light. There are some messages in this game. This is messages left by other players in the game. We'll get an item that can allow us to do that shortly. But it's just crazy, some of them. This one's got 10,000. And every time someone likes it or gives it a plus rating, you get humanity. So that can be quite useful. Be wary of fall. I've never fallen down there, but apparently you can. There's always signs that say try jumping, but I don't think you can actually fall down there. So anyway, here's our first set of enemies after breaking out of Undead Asylum. And this is actually really good, this set of enemies, because they're quite easy, like, you know, starting enemies are. But they're only easy on their own. If you let them gang up on you, you can end up in a world of hurt. And at the same time, you still got to be patient. It's that kind of let them attack and then you retaliate. Because if you just try and go for them, they'll probably attack you at the same time, and you might get your head in, but they'll get their head in, and eventually it all adds up and you end up dying. You know, oh gosh. There's a guy up in that cliff there throwing fire bombs at me. And I didn't expect it to hit me, but it did. Anyway. So there's 3 guys up here that can all gang up on you pretty quickly, but I'm going to try and handle this the best way I know how. That was not it. Then I should have this guy coming down the stairs here. Oh no, is he? He's just going to chill up there, that's fine. And so, I'm going to kick this guy off the cliff. Will that kill him? No, it won't, he's still alive! Wait, I think he died. Did he die? Hopefully he died. He died. I'm pretty confident he died. Okay, that's fine. I forgot there's a wee ledge down there, so it doesn't actually work. But it's really satisfying kicking people off a cliff. It's one of my favourite ways to kill people in Dark Souls, I will admit. That and backstabs, because they're just so much fun. And parries, but they're a little trickier to pull off. And I don't tend to do them. With these starting enemies, their moves can be so random at times. And they can actually be quite tough enemies at times because of that, because they're just so unpredictable. Whereas most enemies in the game, yes, they're tougher, yes, they hit harder, but you know, like, if they go for a move, you know the move they're going to do before they actually do it, if that makes sense. And so you can kind of, that's it, once you learn the enemies and stuff, you can kind of predict what they're going to do and retaliate in kind. Oh gosh. Come at me. That actually, oh damn it. I thought I was going to get my shield up in time. It took, you gotta watch your stamina, because that's the green bar at the top there. I never thought that would... Die! Anyway. That green bar at the top there that goes down every time I swing, if that's quite low and an enemy hits you with your shield, it'll deplete. That green bar will deplete when you've got your shield up and an enemy hits you, and if it goes below, like if it runs out, you end up getting staggered, and that can cause you a few problems. So this isn't actually the main way to go, but I'm just going to come down here first because there's a few items down here that I want to get. In particular, some humanity can be found down here. And humanity is very useful. Oh. Hey. Die. I forget what's here. Oh, just another soul of the lost undead. Not particularly valuable, but it never hurts to have more. They're quite... they're a bit useful in the early game. That's not the way you go. All they do is, like, see my soul counter down in the bottom right? That's the thing I use to either level up or buy stuff in the game. And all those souls of the lost undead do is give you an extra 200 souls. There was another enemy here. What? There's an enemy that comes up from there, and there's an enemy that comes up from there. The enemy that comes up from here disappeared. Is that him? I think it is. How did he end up over there? It was really strange. I saw him climbing up and then he just disappeared. Oh well. Item ahead. I think there is a item ahead. Oh, there is! Rubbish! That is actually, that sounds quite shouldn't be getting excited over rubbish, but it is actually quite useful later on in the game, and I will show you how later when we come to that point. Die! Okay, yes, I'm dead. Rubbish. It seems worthless, but it is actually quite useful. And we shall continue on. So this is the item I wanted to get. There's some humanity over here. And humanity, it's not a huge supply in the early game. So you can farm humanity later on in a certain area of the game. But for now, I'm just wanting to pick up as much as I can, because humanity is used to when you're sitting in a bonfire, there's an option in it called reverse hollowing, and that costs 1 humanity to reverse hollowing. And if you do that, you essentially go online. So one of the things I was talking about, invasions, you can go as a red phantom and you can invade other worlds, but also people can invade you, but they can't invade you unless you're human. So as soon as you go human, you risk being invaded. But also, if you go human, the other form of online play, or main form of online play, hang on, wait, dragon. I just wanted to let that do its thing. Anyway, the other form of online play is summoning. Once you go human, you can see summon signs in the floor, and you can summon people into your world to help you fight bosses and stuff, which can be really useful. I kind of want to do that a lot, but at the same time, I want to like fight bosses by myself. But the thing is, like, I fought all the bosses by myself before, apart from one of them that I've never done without help, which we'll get to later. Oh gosh! I did not expect that to do so much damage. Oh, I don't want to die here. I didn't even see that other guy coming. Okay, it's fine. Just heal. Just heal. Shield. Dodge. You fool. Okay. Stop missing. Okay, just relax. Dual hand your weapon and kill them. Don't. That was not handled in the best way it could have been. I nearly died there to these enemies I've fought a million times before. All because I rushed in and I wasn't paying attention. No matter how often you play this game, you gotta be patient. You can't just rush into things, and I should learn that. I'm telling you guys that, and then I'm just not even listening to my own advice. It's good advice. You gotta be patient in Dark Souls. Dark Souls rewards patience. Okay, so we're gonna rest up at this bonfire, and as I said previously, bonfires are just good because that's it saved. Like, it doesn't matter if we die now, we're gonna come back here. Whereas if we died before, we were right back to Firelink Shrine and had to fight through all these enemies again. As I said, resting at a bonfire, oh gosh, resets enemies. I wasn't expecting him to come up quite that fast. Which is, you know, it's fair, but the enemies are always in the exact same position. They never change, so if you memorize where enemies are, it makes it a little bit easier for yourself. And it's always the first time through Dark Souls that is the hardest time, which makes perfect sense. So I don't know why I said that as if it's surprising. Anyway, this is a bit of a better shield. As I said with the Pyromancer in the last episode, it just has an absolutely terrible starting shield. As you can see, it only blocks 65% of physical damage. So every time someone hits me, even when I've got my shield up, 45% of that damage still goes through. That's nearly half of it. But this one blocks a lot more. It blocks 93% of physical damage, which is much, much better. Less magic resistance, but that's not really important for now. Also, there's another enemy here. I forgot about him. Okay, and now we're going to go over here before we continue on our journey. We will be continuing on with our journey soon. That's why I like fireballs. Just makes these guys... Oh gosh. Okay, hang on. Makes these guys a little easier to deal with. If it would actually hit them directly, it kills them with one hit, but oh well. The other way to deal with these guys is just kick their shield out of the way and heavy attack them. We get Titanite Shard, that's actually quite good. Titanite Shards are used to upgrade your weapons. So getting them for free is, you know, it's nothing to cry about. It's quite useful. I'm very happy I got that. So anyway, what did that say? said be wary of right. Okay, that makes sense because there's an enemy in here, which I may as well deal with right now, just to save them causing me problems in a wee minute. And down there is, like, you can get some items and stuff. I'm not going to be bothered going down there because none of the items down there I actually use. I'm actually just going to talk to this guy.
You seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Now, this guy is creepy. With that just laugh just gets me every time. It's horrible. So, what was I going to buy? I was going to buy myself a bow. I definitely want a bow, and I want some arrows. I get the wooden arrows, which are a bit cheaper, but I prefer the standard arrows. They just do more damage. But I'm going to get about 150, because arrows are always useful. Nah, just 150. Yeah, this is done. And now,
Thank you kindly.
there are a few other items that I want to get from this guy. But there's one item that I really want from this guy that there's only one way to get. Sorry, dude.
You've gone mad, have you? I'll teach you.
Come on, this happens every time. You should be used to it by now.
Julia!
Oh gosh. That did a lot of damage. I've never died to this guy before, but I imagine he could kill me pretty easily if he wanted to. So you missed, and I'm gonna backstab you. Sorry, man. Oh no, that never killed him. Well, this'll kill him.
Why me? Little Julia.
Sorry, but you have an item I really want. So that's the orange guidance soap, so now we can write our own messages. He also drops some humanity, which as I said is quite useful. And finally, I got an Uchi Katana, which is one of my favourite weapons in the game. It's quite a powerful weapon at the start. I'm not planning on using it right at the start, but it's just a good weapon. It's not anything crazy overpowered like a Drake sword, but it is a good weapon, and I enjoy using it. I like to make it into a lightning Uchi Katana. It's just it does a fair amount of base damage, which is quite good, but it also does has a bleeding effect, which can be really useful because bleed. There are different weapons do a different amount of bleed. The Uchi Katana, once the bleed meter builds up, it takes 33% of their total health away, I believe, or just 30%. I can't remember. Anyway, quite a lot. So I'm gonna rest up this bonfire again because why not? Actually, why would be a better question. Oh yeah, I remembered why I was gonna do it, because I wanted to reverse hollowing, and actually I wanted to kindle it as well. So there's another man there, or a woman. No, it's definitely a man. It's definitely a man. Okay, well, we're going to continue on. I'm not sure how long this video is going. I might cut parts of it out because it could be a little too long. I'm going to try and speed through this next part as quickly as I can. I can't remember what I was going to do. I was going to use a humanity that I got off that guy that I just killed. So we're going to kindle this fire. Just like maybe, I'm contemplating ending the episode here. I'm going to check how long it is, and then I might end here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to end the episode here, because I can continue on, but the next place that I would probably stop is about 10-15 minutes away. So I'd rather have an 18-minute video and a 15-minute video than one like 35-minute video, or however long it would take. So anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, it helps out a lot. And hopefully I will see you next time.